Welcome and thank you for joining me. I'm Gerald Oginski, a New York medical malpractice and personal injury trial lawyer practicing law here in the state of New York. Today's video tip explores opening arguments. What are they and why are they so important? Well, opening arguments are the first step that we have to connect with the jury. It's the first opportunity that we have to tell our story. And there are many attorneys who lose this opportunity by explaining to the jury how the lawsuit process works. It doesn't establish a rapport with the jury and does nothing to educate and further inform them about why you're right and the other side is wrong. So most good attorneys are going to turn around from the very first moment and start to go right into the case. Mr. Oginski, you may proceed. That's what the judge says. I turn to the jury and I say, ladies and gentlemen, may it please the court. This case involves a failure to diagnose breast cancer in a 34-year-old woman. I'd like to introduce you to Jane Smith, my client. She's sitting here in the courtroom, and you're going to hear from her a little bit later. We go back in time 2 years when she first started to go to Dr. Gonzalez, when she went to him with a complaint of a lump in her breast. And do you see what I've done? In the first few seconds, I've now established what the case involves. It's a failure to diagnose breast cancer in a young woman, and now I start to get into the facts. And once I start to get into the facts, the jury will soon see where the issue is. What it is that we claim the doctor did wrong and what we believe the doctor should have been doing. And as a result of the doctor's failure to do what he should have done, my client now suffered the following injuries. By doing that, I now create a bond. The jury's interested, they're still focused, and I don't go on endlessly for 10 minutes explaining the process of what goes on in a trial. Let the judge do that. A good attorney will go straight into the facts of the case and proceed to explain to the jury in a coherent fashion what the theme is. Failure to diagnose breast cancer in a young woman, the breast lump should have been recognized, it should have been biopsied, something should have been done to further progress the investigation about this patient's complaint. And because they failed and neglected to follow through, my client now suffered, the lump got bigger, it turns out it was cancer, it now spread through her body and her life is now destroyed. So opening arguments are crucial to establish not only your credibility, but to establish the facts of the case and to create a strong argument and a compelling argument for the jury to understand as you progress through the course of trial. And that's it for today's video tip about opening arguments. I'm Gerald Oginski here in New York. Thanks for joining me for a few minutes of your time. Have a great day.